It was but here's the thing. The game has changed online today. You gotta realize back in the day there wasn't no scheming and scamming. Nobody was doing that shit. Nobody was getting robbed. Nobody was doing that shit. You know why? Because there were no foreigners online back then. There were no foreign. I never seen nobody from no other country on any of the dating sites 20 years ago. There were no foreigners. It was all Americans online. A lot of people being online 20 years ago was taboo. If you were online, people automatically thought that you were a scammer. It wasn't true because I wasn't no scammer. The scheming and the scamming started like 10 years ago. Well, you got couples running scams. You got women running scams. And damn near every country around the world. That started like 10 years ago. You got couples running international scams. Yeah, wasn't none of that shit, man. When I first got started, that shit didn't exist. But today, shit, you got couples running international scams around from worldwide. They setting damn celebrity. Well, celebrities getting set up. Now I don't know why a celebrity would even go online to take a chance to even go in the DMs and go online. I don't know why a celebrity would do anything like that. But apparently a lot of them do. And they get set up. And the girls usually set them up. They'll invite them over to the hotel room or somewhere and set up a damn camera and record their ass and take pictures of their ass while they sleep. And then when he leaves, he don't know that he's been recorded. Well, it could be a he or she. They don't know that they were recorded. And now they threaten them, hey, if you don't give me no money, if you don't give me what, $200,000 or $1 million, some shit like that, I'm gonna put this damn video out, and your wife and all your friends and business partners are gonna see it. It'd be that type of shit, But why would an entertainer fall for that? I don't know. You gotta be some kind of game goofy to fall for that shit. I wouldn't even fall for that shit. I wouldn't go to nobody's house that I don't even know. Hell no. We can go somewhere else, hotel room or no. But I'm going to your house in today's climate? Shit. Not today's climate. Now, back in the day, yeah, shit was different. Of course, I went to people's house the first day because you didn't have to worry about none of this shit. Nobody was scamming. It's just a different vibe, total different vibe, different environment back then. So you didn't have to worry about, the way I see it, meeting people online back then was kind of like a secret society. It was kind of like a secret society back then. The reason why I say that because nobody was talking about it, number one. And even if you told anybody about it, most people would lie and say, if you say, hey, if somebody saw you with a guy or gal, and you said, hey, somebody would ask you, hey, how'd y'all meet? Most of the time, you would say the first place y'all met in public. You wouldn't say, hey, we met off Plenty of Fish. Nobody was saying that because they would feel embarrassed. That's why I said it was a secret. It was like a secret society back in the day when it came to meet people. You know what I mean? But today, if you tell someone you got a girl in Brazil and you met her on Match.com or Bumble, they'll be like, oh, cool, let me see some pictures. You know what I'm saying? That's believable today. But 20 years ago, they'll call you a liar. The same person. It's just a different ball game today. You know what I'm saying? The game has changed today. The possibilities are endless today. You know, you can beat anybody any way you want today. But the game is you have to be able to vet and see if people are being genuine. A lot of people aren't genuine. A lot of people are online trying to come up, trying to scam, just trying to get what they can get and move on to the next person. They don't have a desire to meet people. I always say most guys never ask to meet the woman, and most women don't have a desire to meet men. I'm going to say that one more time. Most guys never ask to meet the woman, and most women don't have a desire to meet the man. They don't. This is the truth. You'd be surprised if you were to ask, if you're a woman, ask your friends that are online how many guys they've met. It'd be crickets. It'd be crickets. And if you're a guy and you have friends that are online, ask your buddies how many girls they met. Or how many. It's gonna be crickets. It's gonna be crickets. It ain't gonna be. It might be one if you're lucky, you know, but most of the time it ain't gonna really be nobody. Yeah, it ain't gonna be like you think. Yeah, the pickings is slim when it comes to meeting in person. The pickings is slim, man. Ain't too many people meeting people like that. There's a bunch of chatting going on, bunch of messages being sent. But ain't too many people meeting in person. You know, ain't too many. You know, and even when people do decide to meet, from what I've been hearing, it's usually a bad experience. Usually a bad experience. You know, I've never had a bad experience. You know, the one experience that I did have, it wasn't good, but wasn't bad either. Like I said, she just kind of. She got a phone call and kind of flipped out. I mean, they ain't had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? But I just left. You know? Yeah, they ain't had nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying?